Hey there, beautiful people. This is Mentor Shelley, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally. How are you guys doing on this Monday evening? Ooh. Whoopsies. All right. Hope you guys are good. This parking lot's a little snug. Of course, as you know, I gotta keep my eyes on the road to make sure we are all good in the car. I wanted to talk to you guys today about how you see competition in the workplace. A lot of it happens. Sometimes it's vocalized. Most of the times it's not. But I'll put it to you this way. There are employers that kind of like that situation where they'll put people not directly against each other, but they'll say, okay, well, this person, I want these results from 5 people that do the same. Let's say, for example, you're in a customer service, which a lot of the buildings are saying, well, a lot of customer service is from home. People that work from home as independent contractors, but there's a lot of call centers that are no longer in place. A lot of them are closed down. A lot of them are just not in place anymore. A lot of that is work from home now. If you have a phone and you have a decent computer, well, they'll supply the computer at this point, just so they don't have to pay for the overhead of a location. So I'm just using this as an example. Let's say, for example, you said, okay, for customer service, we want to have all of the representatives have a quality score of 90 or higher. Of course, this is me coming back from my call center days, and as a person that used to actually perform or listen to calls for certain quality statements and certain pieces, and to make sure that the interaction between the customer and our representatives were doing well. These were things that I listened for, as well as things that I did, because I had in one of the call centers that I worked, one of the highest scores in the entire place, and I got awards for it. Part of the reason I got promoted to be able to start monitoring calls. Anyway, that was almost 20 years ago. Anyway, competition comes into play when you start talking about things like, oh, well, depending on who gets the highest score, we're gonna give you guys awards and trinkets and $50 gift cards and things of that nature. That's when the competition is overt and it's welcome, because it promotes. You want competition in that sense because you want the staff to be able to push themselves, compete, and do things to make sure they are improving the quality of service they're providing to your customers. So if you have to give away maybe $50 or $100 a month based on scores, or a week, however an employer decides to write that off, to push or to encourage better service, in that way competition is healthy. At least at the end of the day, everybody wins. The employees are getting extra because they put forth the extra effort, and the employer is getting better quality service, which increases their bottom line. Because if they're giving better service to their customers and their clients, then more customers and clients will come as a default. So everybody wins in that situation. Now here's where competition in a particular industry and with employees can become bad, where you have people directly or indirectly sabotaging other teammates just so they can move. Prime example, people will go in and send emails or do something and blame it on another person. These are not things you want to do. These are not organizations that you don't want to work with, an organization that will tolerate one employee to poison the bunch. But unfortunately, in a lot of places, a lot of employers, a lot of businesses, it happens. Especially when there's a lot of nepotism involved. So just be mindful of that. And of course, if you're dealing with something like this, where you're dealing with employers or dealing with co-workers that are outrightly sabotaging or doing their best to make you look bad so that they can look good, keep in mind that when you do the right thing and you can show your work and you do your work and you have the receipts, as they would say, the receipts, to show what you're doing, all of that backbiting and double crossing is going to catch up to that individual. Nepotism or not, the good outweighs the bad when you're doing the right thing and you can show that you're doing great work. In some cases it doesn't, because I've heard of crazy stories where that didn't happen and the results weren't great. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure in your career that you're doing the right thing, you're on the up and up, and you are not just talking about being a cohesive team, but you're doing what is necessary to make sure that your part of what makes the team cohesive is on an excellent and superb level. So you want to make sure that your performance and your overall presence and overall job performance is top notch. Not just dealing with, not just working for someone, but if you're looking to go in the entrepreneurial space, that's even more important, because if you're not giving your customers quality, they'll go to somebody else. That's just what it is. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys today about that. And because I look at, in every employer situation, there's some form of competition, but you want to be in a space where that competition is healthy and it's not underhanded or negative or, so toxic to the point where you don't even want to be there anymore. If you are in that situation where it gets to be unbearable, then start getting your career tools ready. You know what to do. You want me to look over it and make sure that it's top notch, getting ready, get you prepared to start looking for other opportunities. Definitely check out my resource at mentorshelley.com/services/tools review. We can review just a resume, or the resume and the cover letter, or the resume, cover letter, and the rest of your portfolio. Of course, you will see, depending on what it is you want to review, and I can make some, definitely make some changes to make sure it's working for you off the web and on the web. Alright guys, take care. And of course, if you have suggestions for videos or for podcasts, because I do have a podcast as well, on Spotify, you can find me Mentor Shelley, or you can also find me on iTunes, Mentor Shelley. Just search for Mentor Shelley for both of those. If you have Apple or Android, you can access both of those. Alright, so if you want to suggest any other topics, career, job, interview related, leave a comment at the bottom of the video. Or if you want, you can also contact me directly at mentorshelley.com/contact, where you can leave me a voicemail or an email message. And I'm more than happy to return that voicemail or that email within 24 hours. As well as if you're making show suggestions, I will let you know when that topic will be discussed on the channel. Alright guys, take care. You have a good one. And of course, make your Monday great. Don't let the Monday take you over and punch you in the eye. Alright, y'all. Bye.